Joy.
An emotional reunion in South Florida as a mom holds her son tight following the worst mass shooting at a high school in modern history. She doesn't want to let him go. And we know so many of you are hurting this morning, even worried about sending your own children off to school. A clinical psychologist will join us live with some advice in just a moment. But first, I want to turn to Jennifer Leslie with a look at what's going on today, the new developments that we're expecting to come out of this case.
Yeah, well, we do know that the school at the center of this case, Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, will be closed today and likely won't reopen until at least Tuesday of next week. That might be a little bit early. The school system has counselors and crisis teams ready. The Florida Attorney General has announced that her office will pay the funeral expenses for the victims, and she issued a warning to scammers, saying she is working with GoFundMe to prevent fake charity drives from popping up in the next few days.
Yeah, those are big during times like this. So the question this morning we have, and we know a lot of you are struggling with this at home, how do you handle this with your own family? And joining us live right now is clinical psychologist Dr. Paula Bloom. And I know that this is personal for you because you have a connection to this area of Florida.
Yeah, this is where I grew up.
Wow.
This was one of the high schools where I grew up. I have friends who are talking about it. I have friends who know children who have died. I've been on Facebook looking at that, so this is really personal.
Yeah.
So how are you dealing with this, and how should we deal with this and talk about it with our children?
Right. You know, one moment at a time. Listen, what we know is that the closer you are to the event, the more you're having an impact of it. How do we talk to our children? First, we acknowledge feelings. Second of all, it's really important to remind kids of what safety precautions are in place. And third, it's reminding people that just because we're scared something will happen doesn't mean it will.
Yeah. We see these school shootings. It feels like really every day that this is happening. 18 school shootings, and we're not even through February yet. I think parents, I know myself in particular, have operated from the standpoint of don't tell the kids what's going on, don't have them watch the news. But because this is happening so often, should we change our outlook on how to make our kids aware of this or not to make them aware of it? Should we show them what's going on now since it happens so often?
You have to do that in age-appropriate ways. It depends how old the kid is. The thing is with the media, small children don't necessarily know the difference between something that's happening right now and something that already happened. And so sometimes when you see images over and over when you're a little kid, you may think it's happening over and over. You need to be careful with that.
Can you give us a quick age breakdown? So I have a 13-year-old. Jennifer has two
12 and
young
10.
12. So can you just give us a little bit of a breakdown for parents who
Yeah,
have?
so the way that I'm thinking about it is like maybe under 5. And you know, it's different for each kid. Some kids are different, maybe under 5, maybe school-age kids, and then maybe kind of middle school, high school kids. So it really depends on what's going on. Listen. There's just so much social media that you can control. Kids need support, the older kids. So knowing what they're seeing, opening up conversations is really important, really important. And here's the thing, it's okay to share with your kids when you don't have answers. When they ask, why did this happen? I don't know what the answer is. And to say, listen, I don't know why this happened. I love you, we're here. Let's keep talking about it.
Is it fair to? And please don't be afraid when you go to school as well.
Well, you can be afraid, but still go.
And schools are still very safe. I mean, I think reassuring them that your school is safe, is that helpful?
I think that reminding them specifically of what's in place, whether it be that doors are locked, whether it be that we have access to the helpers in our community, as Mr. Rogers would say, you know, the police and the fire department and adults who care. Can we ever fully say 100% with certainty? We can't, but just because something's possible doesn't mean it's probable.
All right, clinical psychologist Dr. Paula Bloom, thank you so much for your time and for always joining us here on Morning Rush. We appreciate it.